Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. And if you haven't been here before, my name is Shameen Miller. I create travel tutorials, vlogs, as well as anything lifestyle related of living an amazingly happy life. So today's video is one of those lifestyle videos, and it's practices that I have for living in the present. I have taken on this practice of really the best way of living life for the last 2 years, and I've been so much more happier, so much more at ease, so much more calm, and have been able to deal with situations, good or bad, and react to them in a very calm manner and not go freaking crazy about things. And my anxiousness that I used to have has gone down significantly to almost, pretty much, not almost, it is non-existent anymore. And if there are times when I do go through feelings of uncomfortableness and unsurety of what I'm doing in my life, my practices of living in the present really help me to be able to get through it. The reason why I'm sharing this video with you is because I do have a lot of people ask me like some of the things of what do I do in my life, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to you about all the things that I do. However, when you see my list, you're gonna think I'm like a crazy person, but honestly, it seems like a lot, but the reason why there is so many is because over time, I've been building on my list as I go along, and it's just been easier to be able to maintain now, because I start one thing and I become really good at it. When I say really good, I become a lot more comfortable with doing it, and then I'm ready to take on more. It's kind of the same thing when you exercise or start eating healthy. When you find an exercise at the very beginning, it's super hard, but each time with each day you become better and better, and you're able to allow more space to come into your life. So this tool that I use to help me live in the present is just another tool that I have to keep track of everything that I do. However, you have to keep in mind that each day, all day, every day, when I'm out walking or doing something like this or working on a project or whatever it is, I am focusing on one thing at a time. As well, I'm not allowing my thoughts to run my mind, so there's none of the monkey mind stuff going on in my head right now. I am just fully focused on what's ever happening in front of me, and whatever requires me, whenever I need to think about something is normally when I'm trying to deal with a problem or to come up with a solution for something. I don't let experiences from the past and the future come into my thoughts, because those really don't do much for me at all unless I'm trying to draw back on a certain lesson, let's say. But anyways, let's get into this. I want to show you the app that I use. It is something called Grid Diary. It is friggin' awesome. I've been using it for the last, I would say 2 years as well. And Grid Diary is something that I use as a replacement for a journal, because we all know that journaling, there are so many different benefits to having a journal, to be able to just kind of let down your thoughts and just like decompress, because sometimes we could have so much going on in here, and if we can't expel that energy in some way, it's, you know, you're just gonna go friggin' nuts. So the thing is, like, I used to journal and it's been great. However, the thing is, it takes me forever to handwrite, and so I decided to find a different diary that I could use where I can type on my phone, because I'm literally on my phone all the time. So without further ado, let's get into this app that I have. When I throw my phone at you, let's get into this app. So my Grid Diary is under my section here called Health. As you can see, I have a million apps on my phone, but they're all really useful. And so if we take a look here, it is Grid Diary. So right now, what you're seeing on my screen right now is all the grids that I have currently set up that I use on a daily basis. And these grids have expanded over time. So I'm gonna show you just something. If I'm gonna go back to like, let's go back to like the very beginning here. Wait. So at the time, on January 5th, I only had 3 grids. But if we get back to today here, you can see that I have 12 grids here on the screen. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through each one of them with you, and I'll try to give you a quick little explanation of what I do with it, just to become a little bit more efficient in this video. The top right-hand corner, it always will ask you kind of like, how was your day here? Like, how was the weather here? So you can pick how the weather was. And then at the bottom section here, like, how were you feeling today as well? And so, you know, today is sunny and I'm feeling happy. And there's a little bookmark thing here if you need to do a little bookmark for it, but I've never used it. Okay, so the first thing here that I have, my first grid. My first grid is so important to me, and it is, what am I grateful for today? Practicing gratitude is so important, and it helps rewire your brain to just appreciate the things that you have in your life, and you're not in this constant state of wanting more to be able to satisfy things that are not there currently in your life. Because the thing is, we can always have more and we can always yearn for more, but if that yearning becomes a place where you become really anxious because you don't have it yet, and you become stressed out because you don't have it, that kind of defeats the purpose of really having goals. So with practicing gratitude, it just allows you to be able to look at your life and just realize why things are good right now and why you are happy. So something as simple today, I am grateful for my coffee. I got my Americano because I just love Americanos. So each night I write down 5 things that I'm grateful for. And what I'm going to do, I'm not going to get into why also gratitude is important, but I'm going to leave a link down below of an article that my friend had written in the Huffington Post. It is absolutely amazing. So if you want to read more about it, go down in the description down below. The next one, did you exercise today? This one is so bloody important. So I'm just gonna give it a quick little aside here. So the way that I look at living my life is I look at it as in like 3 different pillars. So we've always talked about like the mind, body, and spirit, right? But the way that I see it is I talk about the mind, still the body, but the nutrition as well. Because if I am not eating well and I'm not exercising and my head's not in the right space, there's like the equilibrium and the balance of my life is off. So think of a stool with 3 legs. If one of the legs is missing, you can't really sit in the stool because it's gonna fall over. So I always write down, I always wanna make sure that I'm doing at least some kind of exercise. So even for example, today, I'm not even doing any CrossFit today because my body needs a break, but I went out for a walk. So I'm just trying to at least make sure that I'm moving all the time. It's just a reminder for me to be able to do it. So my next grid there here that I have is what was a memorable experience. So our lives can sometimes seem so mundane or boring. Let's say because you go into work and you do your stuff, you go home, you eat, have dinner, spend time with like family, friends, or kids, or whatever it is. Maybe you read and then you go to sleep. And that could just seem really boring and you just don't appreciate what is happening. So by me including this as one of my grids and something that I have to reflect on a day, it just allows me to be able to be appreciative for the other things that I have in life, or even just the small things that maybe it's not a big memorable experience, but there's always small memorable experiences that happen every single day. Because you know what? Think about like a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, there are things that happen in your life that could have been really good and put like a good smile on your face, but then you forgot about it now because you have to clear up real estate for other stuff that's going to be happening, other experiences. So I find that this is pretty important for me. So I love doing this a lot. What did you learn today is, this is so good. We learn something new every single day. And for people that think that they know everything, no, you don't. You don't. There's something that we learn every single day. I'm sure if you've heard the quote, you don't know what you don't know. So there's a lot of stuff that we don't know. So this is just a great thing to be able to just reflect back in your day and be like, what did I learn today? Because you learned something new. My next grid, I love this one so much. And it kind of ties back to my memorable experience and being grateful, but it's like, what made you happy? Laugh or smile today. So I love to do this because it just reminds me to just practice that gratitude and being happy and to be able to smile, because people like other people that smile. Do you ever notice when you see a picture of someone smiling or someone laughing in a video or whatever it is, like it just it puts a smile on your face? Or you walk down the street and you could be in a not so good mood and somebody walks down and gives you like a smile, like a genuine smile. It makes you happy. So this is just another thing to be able to add to that your happiness factor. This one I like to do because I think drinking water is super important, but did I drink 2 liters of water today? That is my minimum that I would like to drink every day. It's obviously great for vitality and health and staying young. So I just want to make sure that I'm keeping track of my water intake because, with drinking coffee, it's, you kind of forget to drink the water. So drink your water. The next thing that I have here are my daily mantras, and I will show you some of my mantras that I have for myself. So in this app, what you can do is go to the left-hand corner, hit the plus button, and then you can hit into history content. So the thing is with this app in the history content, I pretty much have the same the mantras every single day, or you call them affirmations, sorry. And if I need to add any new ones as I go along, I will do it. So let's just go into here. So these are some of my mantras that I practice on a regular basis. I love my life and I'm always in the present. Money comes to me always. I live my life for the universe and I surrender to you, universe. I'm full of abundant ideas, and so on. So these mantras are important to me, and they're things that I want to achieve in my life. And the thing is, reminding myself of these things every single day is kind of the whole law of attraction. And it does work, it really does work. But the thing is, like, the more positive thoughts you have around things, the more positive vibrational energy that you bring around you. Not gonna get into vibrational energy right now, but the more positivity that you bring into your life, and the good thoughts and the positive thoughts, they will eventually they will manifest around you, and things will work out. So I love using these mantras. I love saying them on a daily basis, and I remind myself every single night. Meditation practice. This is super important to me because meditation just helps you stay calm, at ease, reduces stress, anxiety, can help with depression and so many other things. I'm not going to get into more of why of this, but this is just something I like to remind myself to say, yo, Shameen, did you meditate today? Next, manifesto. My manifesto. I'm not going to read you my manifesto, but the manifesto, if you have read Jen Sincero's book, You Are a Badass, she talks about manifestos. And a manifesto is pretty much the way that you see your life, and you write it in the present tense. So you write it as if you've already got it. So my manifesto is very personal to me, and it talks about how I see my life and where I want to be in the future, but I imagine it as where I am right now. And I read this every night, and I feel it, and I'm very strongly positive and passionate about it. And slowly things are happening over time. And maybe one day I will read my manifesto to you, but for now it's a very personal thing to me. And definitely I'm gonna leave her book in the description down below as well. It's a friggin' awesome book. Anybody and everybody should read this book. Okay, so the next one here, I just added this grid just recently, okay? It is called Feeling Down? Here's reminders as to why you should keep on going. We can get in our heads, or if things aren't working out at the fast pace that we really want it to, it can make us feel kind of shitty because we're not in the place that we really want to be at. And you know that you're trying really hard, and you're just like, when is it gonna happen? Like, when is it gonna be my turn? When is it gonna work for me? And you can come so down on yourself. And despite me even living in the present all the time, and I'm a very happy person, I do go through times like these for sure. And so I have a bunch of resources and things that have come to me, or the things that I've said that have happened over time, that have helped me to just remind me to be like, yo, Shameen, snap out of it, like everything is okay. So for this one, I really want to show you guys this because I think it's so important to have these reminders, because if it's not in front of our face, or we're not getting reminded of it all the time, you kind of just forget, and you can fall into the spiral of self-pity and doubt, and you don't want to go there. So these are the things that I've come across over time, and I add to this list over time as I go. So I just update the history content here, and these are things that just really help me, and I keep on adding to it because the thing is, it just reminds me of, like, if I've been in like a crappy place before about something, but I'm good with it, I always just want to remind myself, you are still good with it, and just reminding myself of that. Okay. Do one thing a day that scares you. I got this thing from Tim Ferriss's book, The 4-Hour Workweek. Stare in someone's eyes. Don't tell them you're gonna stare in their eyes, just stare in their eyes and just keep on looking until the first person looks away, but you want them to be able to look away. And it's something that's really crazy, but it is kind of scary though, to be able to give that full eye contact with someone, because they'll think you're a little bit crazy, but it actually, you get this, there's a sense of like, you build a sense of like, let's say power, let's say. There's just this really good feeling. I think you should just try it, because I can't even really explain it. So the next thing here is ask someone to collaborate with. This is very personal to me because, as you know, as a YouTuber and a creative, you want to be able to work with other people, but you don't even have to be a creative. You can also be just someone in your job and want to work with someone maybe a few levels higher than you, let's say, to be able to help teach you or help become a mentor for you, let's say. Sorry, for the next one here, sometimes I, could doubt myself of actually being in front of a camera. So I just remind myself that people do actually love what I do, and I'm a natural in front of the camera. So it's just a reminder to myself to be like, yo, Shameen, like, get your head out of your ass. You create your own reality. Keep on working even when you feel down sometimes. It's the small daily things that you do will help you build you up to make a huge difference. Okay, so I'm not gonna, so as you can see here, there's a lot of stuff that's going on here. I'm gonna include all of these in the description down below of some of the things that I've written. And if you have any that if you do anything, something similar to that, add it into the comment section down below. Like, I would love to hear it. Or if there's any really cool articles that motivate you or motivational quotes, like tell me, because you never really know what's gonna resonate with you. So please share. The next grid here that I have is something to do with lucid dreaming. I'm not gonna get into this because lucid dreaming is a whole other thing, but I'm still trying to lucid dream. Okay, and I have one more here that is on my grid diary, and it is called something about confidence. And as you can see right there, it says shoulders and head up straight. So this grid actually came up because I had seen a doctor in Italy, and he did kind of like osteopath, naturopath, chiropractor, and another 2 things. But anyways, like a super, super intuitive person. And so anyways, one of the tests that he had done for me, he had me just walk down ahead of it and to come back. And when I had come back, he said to me, he's like, Shameen, he's like, what you do when you are nervous and are uncomfortable and unsure of yourself, he's like, you put your head down and your shoulders come forward a little bit. He's like, you are strong, you are powerful, you are a confident person. He's like, you need to be able to show that, and don't let anybody see that you are uncomfortable. So make sure that you're always walking with your shoulders back and your head up. And this is such an amazing reminder, because the thing is, like, even in situations where we are uncomfortable, you don't want people to see your weakness, right? You want to be able to, you gotta fake it till you make it. You gotta fake it till you make it. So anyways, guys, that is it. This video, if you've made it this far, thank you so much. I hope that you've really enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. You have an amazing day. Be happy, live in the present, try out this app, it's really cool. This video is not sponsored, but I just friggin' love the app because I don't like writing down in a diary because I'm a slow ass writer. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.